Today the class is on animal welfare. That is unit 5 of BBSc LPM, and second part of it is being considered today. So animal welfare part 2. What are the principles of animal welfare? Animal must be provided water, food, proper handling, health care, and an environment appropriate to their care and use, with the thoughtful consideration for their normal behavior. Animals should be cared for in a way that minimizes their fear, pain, stress, and suffering. Tips upon care of animals. Be kind to animals. Do not throw stones or beat them. Stop friends from being cruel to animals. Do not allow children to tie a thread or anything to the tail of the animals. If you have pets, feed them well and give them proper affection. In case of any emergency, give proper medical care to them. When you visit in the zoo, learn about the animals that are found there, but do not tease or hurt them through the bars of their cages. Do not visit or encourage circus. Wild animals should live in the forest. Besides, a lot of cruelty is involved in the training of animals to perform tricks. Avoid use of articles like leather, handbags, and cosmetics, which are made from animal products. Do not disturb or destroy the animal natural uh, of any animal, the natural habitat of the animal. That means, if you see an injured animal lying on the road, immediately contact to local Spca, that is Society for Protection of Cruelty to Animals, or any other animal welfare organization to get it managed or helped. Cruelty to animals. Animal cruelty is if any person is beats or kicks or overrides or overdrives, overloads, tortures or otherwise treat an animal so as to subject it to unnecessary pain or suffering. Number B is implies in any work or labor or any purpose that any animal which by the reason of its age or any disease, infirmity, wound, sore, or other causes is unfit to be so employed, or being the owner permits any such unfit animal to be so employed, willfully and unreasonably administers any injurious drugs or injurious substance to any animal, or willfully and unreasonably causes or attempts to cause any such drugs or substance to be taken by any animal, conveys or carries, whether in or upon any vehicle or not any animal in such a manner or position as to subject it to unnecessary pain or suffering, keeps or confines any animal in any cage or other receptacle which does not measure sufficiently in height, length, and breadth to permit the animal a reasonable opportunity for movement. Number other point is keeps for unreasonable time any animal chained or tethered upon an unreasonably short or unreasonably heavy chain or cord. Being the owner neglects to the exercise or cause to be exercised reasonably, any dog habitually chained up or kept in close confinement. Being the owner fails to provide such animal with sufficient food, drink, or shelter. without a reasonable cause, abandons any animal in circumstances which renders it likely that it will suffer pain by reason of starvation or thirst. Willfully permits any animal of which he is the owner to go at large in any street while the animal is affected with contagious or infectious disease, or without reasonable excuse permits any disease or disabled animal. Other point is offers for sale or without reasonable cause has in his possession any animal which is suffering pain by reason of mutilation, starvation, thirst, overcrowding, or other ill treatment, mutilates any animal or kills any animal, including stray dogs, by using the method of strychnine injections in the heart or in any other unnecessarily cruel manner, or solemnly or solely with a view to providing entertainment, confines or causes to be confined any animal, including tying of the animal as a bait in a tiger or other sanctuary, so as to make it an object of prey for any animal, or incites any animals to fight or bait any other animal, promotes or takes part in any shooting match or competition wherein animals are released from captivity for the purpose of such shooting, he shall be punishable. Animal cruelty laws. What are the animal cruelty laws? Animal cruelty implies cruel, gratuitous treatment of animals. Such behavior usually has a single point program to subject animals and sometimes pets to unnecessary harm and pain. One major type of animal cruelty is torture. The Prevention of Cruelty to Animal Act is an act of Parliament of India enacted in 1960 to prevent the infliction of unnecessary pain or suffering on animals and to amend the laws relating to the prevention of cruelty to the animals. Now let us discuss about Cpcse, that is Committee for the Purpose of Control and Supervision of Experiments on Animals. The Committee for the Purpose of Control and Supervision of Experiments on Animals, Cpcse, is a statutory body committee which is established under Chapter 4, Section 15(1) of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animal Act 1960. The objectives of Cpcs is to, the objective of Cpcse is to ensure that animals are not subjected to unnecessary pain or suffering before, during, or after performing of the experiments on them. For this purpose, under the delegated power, the committee formulated the breeding of an experiment, briefing of and experiments on animals control and supervision rule 1998, which were amended in 2001 and then in 2006 to regulate the experimentation on animals. Now about functions of Cpcse. The main function of Cpcse are registration of establishments and conducting animal experiments or breeding of animals for this purpose, selection and assignment of nominees for the Institutional Animal Ethics Committee of the registered establishment, approval of animal house facilities on the basis of reports of inspections conducted by Cpcse, permission for conducting experiment involving use of animals, recommendation for import of animals for use in the experiments. There is action against establishments in case of established violation of any legal norms or stipulation by any such agency, body, any conduct of training programs for the nominee of Cpcse, and conduct or support of conferences, workshop or animal ethics. Thanks. This is all about animal welfare of today's class.